Oi pessoal, sejam bem-vindos ao blog Deus em Foco. Eu espero que vocês possam gostar do conteúdo do site e que possa abençoar a vida de vocês também. O objetivo do blog é incentivar vocês a separarem um tempo para estar mais perto de Deus, para buscar a palavra dele, para orar e para realmente conhecer esse Deus que a gente fala tanto e que às vezes a gente ouve tantas pessoas falando, né? Porque a gente costuma arranjar tempo para tudo, pelo menos assim é comigo às vezes. A gente fica na internet horas e horas, trabalha, conversa com todo mundo e quando a gente vê, o dia já passou. E aí já é hora de dormir, a gente faz aquela oração rapidinho, obrigada Senhor, perdoa os meus pecados, amém. Isso quando a gente não dorme orando, né? Quem nunca aconteceu isso? Bom, eu espero assim que com esse site a gente consiga trazer alguns devocionais, né, diários, que a gente consiga trazer alguns estudos bíblicos que vão auxiliar a gente na nossa caminhada com Cristo também. A gente pretende trazer algumas entrevistas com cristãos que já estão aí há algum tempo, né, na vida com Deus, que já tem um pouco de experiência, que pode passar isso pra gente também, né, tirar algumas dúvidas que às vezes surgem, né, também. E que a gente realmente pare, né, se conscientize que a gente precisa ter um tempo separado com Deus. Afinal, Ele é o dono do nosso tempo também, né? Além de ser o dono da nossa vida, né? É o dono do nosso tempo. Então que você realmente se sinta desafiado a separar um tempo do seu dia para dedicar a Deus, para conhecer a Deus, né? E no programa de hoje a gente tem uma entrevista com o pastor Mark Hall, da banda Casting Crowns. Ele é líder da banda, mas ele também é pastor de jovens na igreja que ele congrega lá nos Estados Unidos. Ele fala um pouquinho sobre a importância da vida devocional, né? E da importância da gente realmente colocar Deus em foco na nossa vida. Confere aí.
I believe that for a Christian needs to understand that we are not a part of a religion or a worldview that you can take it or leave it whenever you want. Also, we're not a part of just some new way of living that if you fail out, you just quit like a diet. We're a part of a relationship because God says in His Word, Jesus said, no one comes to the Father unless the Spirit draws them, right? So that means that Jesus has started this. And then Paul said that He who started this work will complete this work. So God has drawn us to Him, and He's holding us, and He's got us, and He's going to finish us. And that's bigger than just trying to do more. Oh, sweetie baby, my daughter. That's much bigger than just trying to do more good things than bad things, right? Because this is a relationship. And so when you have a relationship, there are things that you do to build a friendship. You spend time with each other, you talk to each other, you know each other. And God has given us His Word to know His mind, to know how He thinks. I tell my teenagers that the Bible is God's Facebook. And you go on and you see His posts and you see what He says about different things. And so we can go to Him for wisdom. He says in James chapter 1, if any of you lacks wisdom, just ask me, I give it to you freely. That's good to know, so I start praying for wisdom. I know that if I stumble, He's faithful and just to forgive me of my sins, so I go to Him for that. A lot of these things, we can't just wait for our preacher to get to it. We have to get to it, because we're only going to be with our preachers and teachers maybe once or twice a week. But if we're going to go to school and go to work, we have to have someone that goes with us, and Jesus goes with us. So we can't drag our pastor to school with us or to work with us. So I believe that's what a quiet time or a devotional is for me every day. It's sort of sets the theme for my day. Like this is my scripture for today. This is the promise that He's made me, or this is the area of my life that I need to realign to what He's doing, or this is a calling that He's telling me to go do. Whatever that is, that's for me to run with that day. And I also see it as a challenge to I tell my students that Facebook is a ministry. So even when I'm having my quiet time that day, I post my verses for the day. I send text, hey, check out this verse, really cool stuff. So now I'm soaking him in and I'm pouring him out, right?
So do you believe that interaction with Facebook or new technology is good because teenagers are addicted in Facebook or something like that? We can use it for
You know, I think it can be very good. It can also be very dangerous. There's balance, very much. You know, just because a lot of teenagers are having a hard time now talking to people because they're used to talking with their thumbs and with their this. So they can talk a lot this way, but then when they stand in front of you, they're like, I don't know what to say. And I believe it's the same thing with our time with God. Because if I don't ever learn how to talk to you, and I'm only friends with you this way, I'm not really going to know you. Well, as a believer, if the only way I get to know God is through a pastor talking to me, and a teacher talking to me, and even good music talking to me, I have to have some time where it's just me and Jesus.
Because we have this access with God.
Yeah, we have to have that access with Him.
So just one more question about discipleship, because your ministry is very focused on discipleship. How do you think it's important to us as a Christian to be involved with people? Because sometimes I heard people say, I don't need to go to church. I can learn by God at home, something like that.
A lot of people where I live say, I don't need to go to church. I can worship God on a fishing boat. And I say, yeah, but you don't. So don't tell me what you could do, because you're not doing it, you know. So even Paul said, he said, don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together. You need to get together. He's designed us all differently. He's given us different spiritual gifts, different passions, so we will come together. Because when we come together, you're going to see something in the Word that I may not have seen. You're going to see a ministry or a need that I may not have noticed. So when we come together, we get that. And you can't just stay at home and keep your faith all inside of a little bottle that you just take out whenever you want. It has to be public.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank
God bless you. God bless your ministry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Takes to climb out of this boat onto the crashing waves, to step out of my comfort zone into the realm of the unknown where Jesus is, and He's holding down His name. But the waves are calling out my name and they laugh at me, reminding me of all the times I tried to hold the faith. Under every steeple, with lofty glances, lofty people, can't see past your scarlet leather, and we've never even met. Your judgment looms under every steeple, with lofty glances from lofty people, can't see past your scarlet leather, and we've